On Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, the San Bernardino Police Department Dispatch Center received a call for assistance. This was sent to the Tut Liquor Store, which is located at 179 East Baseline, or 279 East Baseline Street. I'm sorry, 279 East Baseline Street. The text of the call stated that there was a man jumping on vehicles in the parking lot of that location. A solo officer was patrolling nearby and responded to the call and was there within 2 minutes. The officer arrived at approximately 11:18 p.m. and contacted the solo subject, who was a black male adult, approximately 6'3" tall, 300 pounds, wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts. The uniformed officer contacted the subject and immediately gave verbal commands to the suspect. The suspect refused to follow those commands and attempted to walk inside the convenience store behind me. That store was occupied by employees and citizens. The uniformed officer attempted to physically restrain the suspect, placing himself between the suspect and the entrance of the business. A physical altercation occurred between the officer and the suspect at that point. The suspect was, as I stated earlier, large in size and was able to physically overpower the officer.
That's why you beat him up and killed him?
The suspect retrieved a weapon from his pocket and was turning to face the officer. At that time, an officer-involved shooting occurred. The suspect was struck by multiple times. Struck multiple times by the officer's duty weapon. Medical aid was provided on scene by the responding officers. The suspect was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced as deceased. A firearm was located at the scene and has yet to be processed.
What was the firearm? It wasn't one of your service pistols?
Homicide detectives are conducting an investigation with the assistance of representatives from the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office. A criminal history of the suspect revealed a lengthy criminal past going back approximately 17 years. The suspect had several arrests for domestic violence, theft, possession of narcotics.
What does that have to do with being murdered?
Influence, possession of a firearm, felon possession of a firearm, and receiving stolen property. He also had recent arrests for false imprisonment, criminal threats, and attempted murder. The next of kin for the suspect has been notified, and he has been identified as Mark Matthew Bender, 35 years old. The weapon is still at the crime scene behind me. We're waiting for daylight. Obviously, you see the officer still there to continue the investigation. That weapon will be processed, it will be collected, and it will be tagged as evidence for this investigation.
Spell the victim's name,
The suspect's name is Mark, M-A-R-K, Matthew, M-A-T-T-H-E-W, Bender, B-E-N-D-E-R, Jr., and 35 years of age.
They do this all the time.
You live here in San Bernardino?
Correct.
I'm very sorry if you knew him. I just want to show you a picture. This is him. I don't want to show it unless we can.
Don't ask me, okay, I'm not.
Get a copy of the picture.
This was sent to us.
Oh, no.
Saw the weapon,
Oh,
and
sorry.
during the struggle, was able to disengage during that fight.
Oh my God, yes,
of the suspect,
yes.
And was able to back away and protect himself by discharging his weapon.
I'm very sorry for that.
The suspect was outside of the business. He was approximately 6 to 8 feet from the front door of the business that was open for retail, and the officer was directly in between. The incident occurred on the sidewalk and in the parking lot of that business, and that's when the officer got in between both the suspect and the store.
They just saying what the fuck they was.
Exactly.
Yes, according to the officer, that's when the officer engaged the subject and went to contact him, trying to arrest him.
We're not even showing the fucking weapon. They're talking
Like
about
I stated, the original call was that the person was stated to be jumping on vehicles out of control, and when the officer got here, he saw that same behavior and attempted to control him, to restrain him, and to investigate the matter. And with the subject being uncooperative with the uniformed officer, the officer felt that he had to detain the subject. I'm not sure how many witnesses were. Yes, our standard procedure is all officers wear body cameras, and those cameras are uploaded later on at the police station. They are not able to be manipulated by officers, and those will be that will be reviewed later on, and that information or that footage will also be revealed on our social media to follow. Yes. The question was if he called for backup. Our protocol or our procedure here in San Bernardino PD is our officers ride as solo responding units. At this time, the officer was alone and was awaiting for another officer. Another officer was en route to assist, but the officer was nearby and responded, and therefore was at the scene by himself.
There's a large amount of black people being killed in this country. Do you believe there's a large amount of black people being killed under color of law in this country? Do you believe that this is 18 U.S.C. 1091 genocide?
I do not believe this, sir.
I got a question. Why couldn't he pull out his taser before he pulled out his gun?
Straight up.
Well, when the officer saw that the suspect had a weapon, he defended himself with a firearm.
Where's his weapon at,
He
bro?
pulled his gun out before the dude.
Before.
Could I ask
There's
a question?
video evidence of it.